Hey guys, what is up? So in today's video I'm going to be talking about the history of iPhones. So I've gathered a bunch of clips from different iPhones. I'm going to be talking about my pros and cons about these phones and my personal opinion. So yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Before we start off, I want to set a disclaimer because I've had some comments in the past. I'm not trying to brag at all. These are not all my phones, not even close. These are phones from family members, friends, different people who lent me their phone just so that I can make this video. So basically, not all these phones are mine. Like I said, it's just I lent the phones from people. I only have my phone, the iPhone 8 Plus. That's the only phone that actually belongs to me. So yeah, that's just a disclaimer I wanted to put in the video because I know I've had comments in the past saying that I'm trying to brag or anything, which I'm really not, I promise you. Okay, so first phone is the iPhone 5S. So I've gathered pros and cons for each phone. Okay, so the price of the iPhone 5S is still great. I mean, it's not the worst phone. It's older definitely, but it's still kind of has a great value for the price that you pay. So it's fast and you can do the basics with it. So yeah, the price is kind of well for what the phone can do and offer for you. But yeah, the phone is older and it's smaller and it's slower. So yeah, obviously this isn't the best iPhone that you can have, but for doing really the basics, and if you really don't care about great specs or anything or a great camera or something, this phone is still really great, and I think you can still use this phone even if it's in 2018. Moving on, we have the iPhone 6 Plus. So the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus are the first iPhones to have this new body shape. So yeah, these are bigger, they're slimmer, and yeah, they just look totally different from the 5s and 5Ss. So yeah, you have the new body shape, which is really pretty, and you know, the price is still great. Like if you buy it secondhand, the value will still be great, and you can still sell your phone and still have its value very high, and the phone still works great today. And I think this phone is just really great for people again who like to do the basics and don't really care about great specs or anything. And again, this phone is slower and older, obviously, because it's an older iPhone. But I know that people have had problems with the 6 and 6 Plus because they bend in their pockets. Like if you have them in your pocket for a long time, it might bend for a little, like the body. So yeah, that's a problem that they have with the iPhone 6 and 6 Pluses. I know they fixed that on the iPhone 6S and 6S Plus. Now for the iPhone SE. So this phone I've done videos on before. I will have a playlist up top which has most of these phones that I'm talking about in this video. I've made a video of it and like worth it in 2017 or in 2018. You can go check that out by clicking on the playlist up here. So yeah, moving on, I have the iPhone SE, like I said. So yeah, this phone, it's smaller, which can be very beneficial for people who have small hands, and it has the body of the iPhone 5 and 5Ss. So this is basically for people who still like that shape and that size and the look of the older iPhones. That's also something you can get with the iPhone SE, but this phone has the specs of the iPhone 6S and 6S Plus, so it has better specs in the iPhone 5 and 5S's body. And this phone has a great price because it was brought out to have like a cheaper iPhone, so it has a great price for this little body and great specs. As for the cons for this phone, it's older again, but it also has the older body, so it still has the same old screen and things like that. So that's not upgraded, but still, again, if that's not something you care about and you just want something that works really well, this is something that you can buy. Now we have the iPhone 6S Plus. My opinion, I think this is the best iPhone to buy in 2018 if you're looking for an older model. So I would say like the iPhone 6 Plus and iPhone SE, they're still pretty there, like for their price and everything. But if you're looking for a good phone in 2018, which is older and cheaper, this iPhone I would recommend mostly. Obviously, if you can afford like a 7 or an 8 or a 10, that I would recommend over this phone. But if you're looking for a phone on a budget, this is my recommendation. Yeah, this phone is fast, it's new. My mom still has her iPhone 6S Plus and this phone works great. It's held up over the years, and yeah, I just think this is still a really great iPhone. So for the cons, it's older, it's slower. All of these are older and slower. I'm sorry, I'm keep repeating that. but this also doesn't have wireless charging, just like the other iPhones I've talked about before. No wireless charging, so yeah, that is something that this iPhone does not have. That's just a con that just popped into my mind. So yeah, that's also something that these older iPhones don't have. Obviously wireless charging is not a necessity, but it can be beneficial or just more convenient, so yeah. Next up we have the iPhone 7 Plus. So I had an iPhone 7 Plus, so I think this phone is great. It has a great camera, great specs, has a newer look. I love the antenna bands at the top now. And yeah, so this iPhone I think is still great. Like I said, I used this phone for a while. I had this phone before I went to the 8 Plus. So yeah, I still think this iPhone is really great, and I think it's still really worth it. I mean, it's not that old even, so yeah. The iPhone 7 Plus also has portrait mode now, so this was the first iPhone that had portrait mode, so that's also really cool. So now for the cons, kind of, it's a great phone like I said, but obviously the price, it's not cheap at all. All iPhones I think aren't that cheap, but I still think you get value for the price that you're paying. So yeah, the price is kind of a con, and what I don't really like that Apple kind of did with the iPhone 7s and the 8s is that only the Plus model has the dual lens with the portrait mode. That's kind of sad to me, but that's just something that they have, and I think they make money out of this. So yeah, that's just something that I don't really love, but I still think this phone is great. Now for the iPhone 8 Plus. So this is the phone that I have here. You can see my phone right here. I have this phone and I've been using it for a while. And obviously if you're looking for the best iPhone available now, it would be the iPhone 10. But I think this iPhone is still great. It has the same specs as the iPhone 10. Obviously iPhone 10 has more features and some cameras that are different and everything, but this phone, I think, I mean, it still came out when the iPhone 10 came out, and this is still a great phone, and it's not as pricey as the iPhone. So this iPhone has wireless charging, which I've been using and I like it. I mean, it's not like, it hasn't changed my iPhone experience totally, and it's not that big of a deal to me, but I mean, wireless charging is still great. I think it's really cool. It has better specs. It's new, it has a great camera, and it also has portrait mode. And as for what I've been like not liking, I mean, I think I like the phone really much, that these cons don't really bother me that much. But the thing that I don't like about this phone, I love the glass back. I mean, it looks good, but it's just, it can be annoying just to think like you can't really take it out of the cover ever, because every time I'm really scared that it's gonna scratch. But obviously I don't really mind because I have a cover on my phone all the time. Even if it wasn't a glass back, I will always have a cover on my phone, just because I don't want it to break or fall, because it's really expensive to repair, or you should just get a new iPhone. So yeah, that's kind of what I don't like about this phone. And obviously it has the older look. It doesn't look like the iPhone 10 and doesn't have like the display to the edge or anything. So yeah, it has an older look, but still a great phone, great specs, great camera, everything. So yeah, still love the phone. Now for the iPhone 10, I think this is the best iPhone to get right now. And yeah, so it has the new look, so the display is to the edges, it has animojis, it has portrait mode to the front camera and the back camera, which is really cool. I've been playing around with that a lot. And yeah, it just has just the newest iPhone and the greatest iPhone you can get right now. That's basically the whole pros list. It's just the best iPhone you can get right now. As for the cons, it's pricey. It's so expensive. It's really hard. I mean, my dad got the iPhone 10 and he got it for an amazing deal on like secondhand on Gumtree. So yeah, you're really gonna have to get a good deal to can be able to afford this phone. Obviously some people have the finances to buy this phone new, but yeah, we really don't. So yeah, this phone is really pricey. That's kind of my biggest con about this phone. But yeah, those were all the iPhones that I've had available that I can do a video on for you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below what your favorite iPhone ever was. If it's an older one or a newer one, just comment that down below. I would love to see you guys' comments. Click down here to click on subscribe. I really appreciate that. Go up here and see all my other tech videos and click down here to see my previously uploaded video. Love you guys so much. Be weird and be proud of it. Bye.